The man was getting ready to buy breakfast, but he didn't know that the streets were already full of zombies. He walked into a store and even saw bloody handprints on the freezer. When he went to pay, he realized the owner was gone, so he just tossed a few coins on the counter. In fact, the store owner had already turned into a zombie. On his way home, a zombie lunged at him, but the man thought it was just a homeless person. He told him he had no money either and walked away. Back at home, the man lay comfortably on the couch, drinking beer and watching TV. He had no idea zombies were outside. Just then, his friend told him there was a sexy woman in the yard. The man got up, curious to see what was going on. He shouted at her from behind, but she didn't respond. Then, his friend threw a rock at her. The woman finally turned around. They were both shocked. They thought she was just drunk and lost, but the woman suddenly jumped on the man. His friend rushed into the house not to grab a weapon but to grab a camera. He snapped a photo of the man and the female zombie. Only then did they realize something was wrong with her. The man warned her to stay back, but she jumped at him again. He pushed her hard. That's when disaster struck, but to their shock, the woman got up like nothing had happened. The two of them were stunned. They hurried back into the house to calm down. Meanwhile, the TV was showing an emergency news report about the zombies. The host told everyone to lock their doors and windows, but they hadn't locked anything. When they looked up, a zombie had already walked into the house. Terrified, they grabbed whatever they could and started throwing it, but it didn't work. Then the friend picked up an ashtray and smashed it on the zombie's head. Just then, the news anchor said destroying the zombies' brain was the only way to stop them. The two of them suddenly had a plan. They wanted to take out the female zombie. They grabbed a basket of junk and started throwing everything at her, but nothing worked. Then they switched to throwing records. Surprisingly, those worked well, but their aim was terrible. In the end, they had to use the most brutal method to kill the two zombies. Back in the room, the news said that anyone bitten by a zombie should be isolated right away. The two men looked up at the ceiling. At the same time, they had another friend sleeping upstairs. He shouted his name, but there was no answer. It seemed he was a really heavy sleeper. One man quickly called his mom. She told him his stepfather had been bitten, but she was still safe. The man thought about it for 5 minutes, then decided to go rescue her. Do you think these two guys will make it in time?